If you are dealing with a detached retina right now and you'd like to know what the mind-body connection is and what the message might be for you on what might be off in your mind, your body, and your life right now, you are in the right place. Let me start by saying, with something like a detached retina, please make sure you are going and getting medical advice. Go see an eye doctor. Figure out what needs to be done for treatment. With a detached retina, you can absolutely go to blindness very quickly. Please don't mess around with that. And please go talk to a doctor and make sure that you get whatever treatment you need to be able to deal with this. Now, that said, what is a detached retina? So what it is basically the retina comes detached from the cornea in the back of your eye. The symptom of it, generally speaking, is that you have, it looks like somebody's drawing the shades down in your eyes. All of a sudden it will just like drop and you have this, you can see partway or you can't see it all sometimes, but it looks like the shades have actually been drawn. Okay. So let's talk about that. What would be the spiritual message of detached retina? So to me, it's one of the most literal ones. The shades have been drawn on what you can see ahead of you in your future. It's like somebody has pulled the shades down on your future. So I find that detached retinas happen quite often after something that is somewhat of a shock that's going to change the trajectory of someone's life, or something like a retirement where suddenly they were this person for all this time and this was their identity, and then suddenly they're going into retirement. They're not really sure what the future is going to hold, right? So let me give you an example of this in real life. So a few years ago, a friend of mine was telling me that when he was 19, he had had a detached retina in both eyes. Both eyes actually had a detached retina, and they both at the same time, or like within a day, it was like something really crazy. They both came down over his eyes. Now, it's already strange to get not strange, unlikely to get a detached retina at only 19 years old. You're usually quite a bit older than that. So that's already something that is significant. But to get two detached retinas at the same time, and I can still remember we were driving actually on 95 down in Florida, and I said to him, wow, what shock happened in your life that made you feel like the shades were drawn on your future? And sure enough, at 19, so he had grown up basically a trust fund kid, and he had always just, it was always there. He had always counted on it. It was just what it was, right? And at 19, suddenly his dad had to tell him that the trust fund was being shut down because somebody in the family, don't know who, don't know what the situation was, messed something up. And so because of that, the trust was no longer good and the trust was being shut down, which meant that a lot of the financial stuff and the stipends and all these things that he thought he was going to be getting going forward came to a very abrupt end. And I think it was about a week after this announcement from his dad is when the detached retinas happened. He literally could not see forward because his whole life had been one way, right? Had been dealing with just, he grew up that way. There was always this trust fund, there was always money coming in. He didn't have to really work or worry about it. And now his life was taking a completely different trajectory, right? So that's what I want you to think about. If you have a detached retina or detached retinas, or you have in the past, you want to take a moment and think about what was the sort of shock or the major change in trajectory of your future. Whenever we look at vision issues, we're looking at, being able to see ahead. So, and depending on what they can be, sometimes when we lose our near sight, it's like we don't want to see what's happening right in front of our face. When we lose our far vision, it's we don't want to, or we can't see very far ahead. And in this case, it's literally the shades have been drawn and you cannot see your way forward. So that's the spiritual meaning of a detached retina. I hope this is helpful to you. If you've watched through to this point, it really helps me if you like, comment, and share, and also subscribe to these videos. It really helps me to be able to continue to create lots of great, hopefully educational content for you guys. Please do share this with people that this might be helpful for. And the last thing I want to mention is it's almost time for something I'm so excited about, which is my Radical Healing for Healers 3-day masterclass. Now, You don't have to be just be a healer to do this. I aimed it at healers because so often healers oftentimes will have pain or disease they can't seem to heal for themselves despite healing everybody else, and so they deserve the same healing that they give everyone else. So I created this for healers. However, if you are an empath dealing with pain and disease, or you're just a person who'd like to have deeper answers about what your body is telling you in the form of pain or disease, please do make sure you sign up. It'll be in the captions right underneath this. This is not your normal like masterclass, then you have to buy something to get answers. This is really, I am really giving you step by step. You will have personalized information, personalized results, personalized programs that you're going to be able to create. And you will know from the tips of your toes all the way to the top of your head, no matter what's going on, I will help you to see what the translation would be for any pain or disease in any area of your body. So if you'd love to join in that, it's happening in just about a week. And so would love to have you go ahead and check it out in the comments below or the captions below. And I will see you next time.